This first polish is called Breezy, and this was, I believe, from the same collection as like Ricky was. Came from the like cream side of that collection, I think. It's either that or the year before. But it is a blue cream with just a touch of dustiness, similar to how Cecilia had that touch of dustiness to that sort of turquoise base. It's not a super saturated blue, but it definitely is one of those blues that really makes you think summer blue sky. It has that that depth to it that's there to make you think, you know, just like clear blue skies, cloudy, cloudless blue skies. So that is the first coat of Breezy. You can see it actually goes on pretty well. It doesn't go super opaque, but it's not super watery either. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Breezy, and this gets fully opaque in 2 coats. You can see that the blue does deepen just a little bit. It does brighten just a little bit as well, but just that hint of gray is there after that second coat especially. So yeah, covers really nicely. This is one of those creams that doesn't feel thick on the nail. It doesn't have that weird slight stickiness to it that some polishes that I mentioned last week had. And yeah, it's a really nice, pretty blue color. So this polish I am going to destash. I did keep No Room for the Blues by OPI, which is another bright blue cream. So this one I am going to destash because I don't need 2 of them. This color is called Feifei, and this is like one of my favorite Zoyas. It's the prettiest, I don't know, it's kind of like a marine sort of oceany type of lagoon blue with a ton of beautiful shimmer running through it. It has a slight sort of grayish periwinkle tone to it as well. It's stunning. So I absolutely love it. It's very, very sheer in the first coat, like a lot of glass fleck shimmers from Zoya are, but it does build up really beautifully and really nicely. So that is the first coat of Feifei. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Feifei, and this gets almost opaque in 3 coats. I am going to do, or 2 coats, I am going to do a third coat because this is on the sheerer side of Zoya Glass Flecks, but I just feel like with the layering it just adds so much more depth and gets so much prettier. I did read a comment, by the way. Somebody said, why don't I dip the brush back into the bottle on the second coat for like between fingers? It's because sometimes like it does get really, like there's like a drop of polish on the brush, so I just want to get rid of that really quick. But I do get why that's annoying and why I don't do that. But I just wanted to let you guys know. But anyway, I am going to do a third coat because it is a little bit sheer. So that is 2 coats of Feifei. I'm going to go in now with the third coat of Feifei, and this does get fully opaque in 3 coats. Again, I do thinner coats, so if you are somebody that doesn't like doing 3 coats, if you did slightly thicker coats, I'm sure it would be fully opaque in 2 coats, but I just am more comfortable doing 2 thinner coats. So yeah, that is 3 coats of Zoya's Feifei. So this polish I am going to keep. Is one of my favorite Zoyas. It's such a pretty color, especially with that shimmer. You can see just how much shimmer is packed in there, and I love that with the 3 coats you get a little bit of depth in there. It does sandwich in between this sort of sheer texture of the base color, and it just becomes this sparkly, beautiful sort of oceany depth, sort of watery nail polish. So yeah, this one I am going to keep. This color is called Hazel. This was from the same collection that Ricky came out in as well. This is the sort of a steel blue version of Ricky, in that it is a very, very light steel foily blue color with a ton of shimmer packed in. It's very similar in concept to Crystal. It's just a little bit less blue and a little bit more foily. So yeah, that is the first coat of Hazel. You can see in that first coat it does read very much as a foil on the nail. When you build it up, it does add a little bit more shimmer aspects to the nail. So that is the first coat of Hazel. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Hazel, and it does get fully opaque in 2 coats. The color does get a little bit bluer and deepen a little bit, and the shimmer again comes out a little bit stronger, as you can see. This is actually very, very easy to apply. I really like the formula of this nail polish. It's really quite buttery and smooth, and it's not very finicky. So that is 2 coats of Hazel. So this polish I am going to destash. Since I have Crystal and it's so similar and I like Crystal a little bit more, this one is going to get the boot. This polish is the polish in Dream, and this one was one of the, I believe they have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 scattered now that I'm thinking about it. I think they have like a black, red, purple, green, blue, scattered hollows, so maybe 5 or 6. And this is obviously the blue one. This is a really nice cerulean blue sort of jelly base with a scattered hollow shimmer running through it. This was super popular when it first came out, and I feel like people really went crazy for it. Scattered hollows are not typically my favorite finish because I prefer a linear hollow or a glass fleck shimmer. So that is the first coat of Dream. You can see that it is pretty translucent in the first coat, but it does provide a really nice jelly base for it to build upon itself and have that sort of speckled, sort of space look to the nail. So that is the first coat of Dream. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Dream, and you can see that it does get fully opaque in 2 coats, and that shimmer stands out really nicely against the base. You can see the depth of the 2 different layers of shimmer sparkling through itself and how much the color builds in that second coat. It gets quite deep and quite opaque and rich in tone. So that is 2 coats of Dream. So this polish is going to go in the maybe pile. Scattered hollows are not, again, typically my favorite polishes. This one happens to sparkle really beautifully, so I'm going to see if I wear it a lot this year, and then if I don't, then it is going to get destashed. This color is called Kotori, and this was another very early purchase for me from Zoya. This was a color that I believe, again, was a Say Anything Brooke recommendation. This is a really beautiful color. It's a black base with a really bright blue shimmer running through it. It's one of those colors that I feel like got lost in the shuffle in terms of Zoya colors. I feel like this was such an early color that a lot of people may have missed it, but it does have quite a unique and very beautiful look to it. So that's the first coat of Kotori. You can see it's very sheer in the first coat, but it does build up really beautifully. So I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Kotori. I did the second coat on my index finger already without like thinking about it. This gets almost opaque in 2 coats, but I am going to have to do a third because it is pretty sheer. You can see that it does darken up quite a bit in 2 coats, and that blue sparkle comes out really beautifully. So that is 2 coats of Kotori. I'm going to go in now with the third coat of Kotori. And this gets fully opaque in 3 coats, and again that blue shimmer just jumps off the nail really beautifully after the third coat because it just is so sparkly against the black base. It reminds me a lot of a mineralized eyeshadow from MAC from a long time ago. I think it's called Blue Flame, and it was one of my favorites to do like smoky eyes with because the shimmer comes out so beautifully on like a dark base, and then I would use that blue shimmer just a little bit in like the corner of my eye and it would pop. And anyway, this is like the nail polish version of that eyeshadow, but yeah, that is 3 coats of Kotori. So this polish I am going to keep. This is one of my favorite darker blues as well. I am going to keep it just to make sure that I don't have anything else similar to it in my collection throughout the rest of my swatching of my stashes through other brands and then decide from there, but I'm definitely going to keep it for now. This color is called Caitlyn, and this is a it's a soft grayed out, I would say, periwinkle. It's definitely got like a purple tone to it. I feel like it may have changed color just a little bit and gotten a little bit more purple. It used to be, I feel like, a little bit more blue, but it's still a very pretty color nonetheless. This is one of those really chic sort of fall colors. I wear this once in a while in the fall. I haven't worn this in a very long time though. It's got a cream formula. It's pretty watery, I would say, in that first coat. It's not a super thick formula. It's definitely reminiscent of more earlier Zoya formulas. So yeah, that is the first coat of Caitlyn. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Caitlyn, and this gets fully opaque in 2 coats. And you can see that it does darken up a little bit once it dries. You can see in the other nails that it is a little bit darker than the nail that I just painted. The second coat does darken up as well. It gets a little bit more gray toned than staying sort of like a purpley color. So yeah, that is 2 coats of Caitlyn. So this is an interesting one. Like, I want to keep it, but I just don't wear it very often. So I think I am gonna have to destash it, even though it is so pretty and I love the tone of it. It's just, I don't know, I never wear it. So this is gonna be destashed. This is in the color Marley, and this is a light, like a really super light lavender with a slight pearly sheen running through it. I don't really remember what collection this was from, but as you can see, it's got a really nice formula. It's pretty opaque in that one coat, to the point where I think if you did a thick enough coat, it would be opaque in one coat. But yeah, the color is really truly, or I guess really true to itself in the bottle. It's not like super chalky or too like undistinguishable from the bottle, if you guys get what I'm trying to say. Sometimes pastels look different on the nail than they do in the bottle, but this one definitely reads very similar to what it's supposed to be. So that is the first coat of Marley. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Marley, and this gets fully opaque, and it does brighten just a little bit, and the shimmer comes out a little bit stronger in that second coat. The formula for this is actually really nice. It goes on pretty buttery and smooth. It doesn't have any formula issues in terms of thickness or streakiness or anything. So yeah, that is 2 coats of Marley. So again, as pretty as this color is and as nice as the formula is, I'm not going to keep it because I don't wear it very often. It's a really nice spring color, but I have a lot of pastels that I do need to use instead of this one. So this polish is called Adina. This was one of my favorite early purchases from Zoya. This is a really soft, warm toned purple with a really bright green shimmer running through it. It reminds me of some significant other color from OPI, but it's got a little bit better of a formula in my opinion. It's a little bit thicker, or I guess more opaque. You can see in that first coat the shimmer is like super strong too. So that is the first coat of Adina. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Adina, and it does get fully opaque in 2 coats. The color does deepen up just a little bit, like it gets a little bit more purple, but then that shimmer also comes out super, super strong, as you can see in the swatch like that. As I said, this is like, in my opinion, the better version of Significant Other color, which I mentioned when I swatched that in my OPI video. So yeah, that is 2 coats of Adina. So this polish I'm definitely going to keep. You can see how strong that shimmer is even in this angle too. So yeah, I am super in love with this polish and I am going to keep it. This polish is called Zara, and this was again another earlier purchase for me. This is a warm toned purple with a gold shimmer running through it. It's not a glass fleck, it's just a really fine shimmer running through it. This is, you can tell it's a little bit older of a polish because the polish does have that I was just saying when my battery died that it has a thinner formula like the original Zoya formula. So this does look very, very sheer in the first coat, but it does build up pretty well. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Zara, and this gets fully opaque in 2 coats. The light is shining right through it, so it looks like it's still sheer, but at my angle, it's definitely fully opaque. This is pretty, you know, the shimmer is really soft in it. I think this would be a nice one for people that aren't really into bright colors but want something a little bit more exciting. So this polish I am going to destash. I really like it. I think it's super pretty, but again, I just feel like with Adina, I have a purple with a shimmer running through it, and I just feel like I have other polishes that I would reach for first over this one, including the polish that I'm going to show you guys next. So this is Zara, and it's going to get destashed. So this last polish I'm going to show you guys today is called Faye, and this is the color that I was telling you guys I wanted to show you while deciding on whether I was going to keep Zara or not. This is a warm purple with a beautiful, bright, and dense gold glass fleck shimmer running through it. And with this color combo being very similar to Zara, this is the reason why I wanted to discard that one, because this one I like a little bit more, and you guys know I love my glass flecks. In the first coat it does look very sheer, but you can see how much gold shimmer is packed in there. So yeah, that is the first coat of Faye. I'm going to go in now with the second coat of Faye, and this gets fully opaque in 2 coats because that shimmer is just like crazy bright and super dense, and so I just feel like the shimmer really reflects light away from it and then keeps it from looking really sheer. The color gets a little bit more purple in that second coat, and yeah, that is 2 coats of Faye. I absolutely love it, and it's so sparkly and so pretty. So this color I'm definitely going to keep. It's so pretty. It's one of my favorites, and again, I like this color combination in this formula a little bit more than I like Zara, and yeah, it's just a stunning nail polish. So those are the polishes that I'm going to keep. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you are new to my channel, if you could subscribe, that would totally make my day. I do a Swatch My Stash video every Saturday, and yeah, I hope you guys liked it. And I have a makeup destash actually coming up for you guys during the week, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that as well. Otherwise, I hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you guys soon.